Why do many startups fail? This is one of the big questions. Because in the industry, there's this misconception that the first process of a startup is problem identification and the second is solution development. But there is one big thing they are missing, that is the validation. Why validation? The first thing, validation is basically to understand if there is a need for the problem. So after you identify your problem, you need to validate if there is a need for the solution, and after that you develop a solution. After you develop the solution, you also need to validate if that solution is the correct one or if that solution is feasible in the market. And this is not a one-time process at the early stages. This is a continuous process that you need to do every 3 or 4 months. Let me give you an example. One of the startups called Uday, which was an Indian startup, they received huge funding as well. They're pretty good during the pandemic. They achieved great success, but they closed their operations in June this time. So why? The biggest reason is because of reopening of the schools. Their whole solution was dependent on English courses for students who are not going to the schools. So their whole problem changed. Now they tried the hybrid model, but they weren't able to adapt it. And there are a lot of cases, a lot of startups like this. The other startup would be Crejo, which is also an Indian ad tech startup. There's also one startup called Friday. It was a US startup that was providing out of office communication solution. Now, with more people going to the offices, they also rendered their services. Now, this is one of the big reasons. That's why you always need to validate the solution and the problem with the environment changing, with the market needs changing. It needs to be done every quarter. So you can constantly adapt to the new changes and provide a new solution or a new service to one that you are providing. Thank you.